friends, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is Lunga Mr. And I hope you'll definitely enjoy this one because I've been having a whole lot of people asking me about this topic that we're going to be talking about today. And again, I know that you clicked on this video because you wanted to know something, and yes, I also want you to think on that. In my journey of 3 years hosting a podcast with now a listenership or a listen that is sitting at 590, I am so happy with that, because when I started podcasting, I never started it because I wanted millions of people to listen to me. I just wanted somebody, anybody could be one person. I just wanted somebody to share what I wanted to share to, and thinking that now that one person I was longing for has multiplied into 590. That is something big for me, and it is something that I'm truly grateful for. And to think that even right now as I'm speaking, they are continuously multiplying, increasing into thousands and into millions, and into a community of people whom will be sharing this idea of making a world a better place, of making a world a place of love and laughter, and spreading even the awareness of that God is real and God is the true pillar of our life and source, having that message being spread throughout the whole corners of the world. Whenever I check the analytic on the podcast and seeing that the percentages and the numbers of people who are listening to me, I'm always amazed. And the countries that are listening to me worldwide, I'm always amazed. Even the countries that I cannot even pronounce the names, even places that I don't think, okay, right now I don't think that I'll reach them, but eventually I know I will. Places that I never thought that they could know of my voice, think of it. And just to think of it, with podcasting, I'm able to take my voice and what I think on life and everything that happens in life, and I'm able to put it in an app and share it into the whole world. That is something amazing. So that has been my experience as a podcaster in South Africa. It hasn't been easy. It really hasn't, because I started something. Well, for me, I started it without even knowing what I'm doing, but I just wanted to share a message. That's okay. With me, that's the only thing that makes me to do everything that I do. I just want to share. I feel like I have to share a message, and my message is simple. My message is love, peace, and happiness. It is a life that is lived, because life is too short to be lived out of misery and stress and worry and doubt and anxiety and fear. So I imagine a life that is beyond our wildest imagination, a life that is full of happiness and joy, a life that is full of believing in great vibrations, believing in great personality, in believing in even that people can change for the better, because we are all human and we all have feelings, and if we all have feelings and consciousness, then I think we can all be tapped in the same way, just understanding the vibration we need to be in. So that's me. That's Lunga Mr. That's what I believe in. That's what I understand, and I believe that God is real. I believe He's real. I believe in prayer. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the resurrection, the death, the second coming. I believe in Him, and that's the reason why I started all my podcasts, my YouTube channel, my blogging, my Instagram accounts, my Facebook accounts. That has been my experience as a young South African YouTuber and a young South African podcaster, and knowing that today I am sitting at 590 here. For me, that is something out of this world. It's a very small number, but I'm sure when you're watching this video 2 years later, it would have grown and expanded to something even bigger, hence making me to be grateful, because I know that there's this thing called time, and time, it is something that gives us opportunities that we never thought of, because as time continues to go on, we are continuing to be given opportunities that we never thought of, So yes, that is my experience as a South African podcaster. It has never been easy. When I started, I never even know what I'm doing. If you followed my YouTube, my podcast channel from the start, you'll know that Our description box has changed now and then. We've been a radio, we've been a Christian radio, we've been an empowerment radio, we've been a motivational radio, we've been almost everything there is. But there's one thing that I'm sure of, and there's one thing, and I'm sure of for the purpose and the reason why I started the podcast. I started the podcast because I wanted to empower somebody out there. I started the podcast because I wanted somebody to be inspired with what I'm doing. I started the podcast because I want one day to have someone who will say, because I listened to your podcast, I did not kill myself. Because I listened to your podcast, I have a better view or vision of life today. Because I listened to your podcast, I'm now optimistic about life. I'm now ready for life. I'm now ready to embark life and grab life and do the best of what I can at the time that God has given me. That's what I would like to see one day. I'm not aiming to be famous. I'm not aiming even to be rich, I'm simply aiming to empower and to aspire, because that is my aspiration. I aspire to inspire. That's what I always say every day when I wake up. I wake up and I say, today is another day for me to inspire somebody. And that is what I do with everything, or every time that I do what I do, because every day I wake up with one thing in my mind. I want to inspire somebody. I want somebody to look back and say, because that guy lived, today I'm also living. And I'm living not just a life, but the best life I think I should be living. And I would be even more happier if that somebody could be a black child coming from South Africa, coming from a place that is seemed to be the most disadvantaged place on planet Earth. That would be something that I'd be happy for, because that is my dream. So me being a podcaster is not for me to be famous or rich. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, as long as I've done what I want to do, and that is to inspire somebody. If my podcast could get one person to be truly inspired with what we do as a podcast and what I do as a YouTuber, because if you could check all of the episodes that are there in my podcast, all of them are aiming at one thing: to empower you as the listener. So yes, that is my experience as a podcaster. Yeah, man. And I hope you do go to check out my podcast and do subscribe on this YouTube channel. And yeah, let us aim at making everybody an inspiration one day. Let us aim at inspiring someone each day. Have someone who will be happy. Make someone smile. Make someone's day. Make someone's year, in fact. That will definitely make you feel good. Impact a person's life. Make sure that you are impacting somebody. Because once you've achieved in doing that, you'd have achieved in doing the ultimate thing in life. Because we are human beings and we are made to impact and to touch one another. We are made for relationships. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe.